My name is Matt.
Nice to meet you. My name is Merrick.
Good to meet you.
I like what you preach.
Thanks.
So basically, it's about like stopping stop killing the babies.
Yeah, like you know about the abolitionists of slavery? How they tried to abolish slavery? We're using the same ideology to try to abolish abortion.
I like that.
And so what the problem is, in a lot of churches, they say they're pro-life, but they're doing what happened in the days of slavery. There were a bunch of people in the days of slavery who said, oh, we don't need to completely abolish slavery, we just need to regulate it. So now we have all these Christian people regulating abortion by saying, oh, let's try to pass this 20-week abortion ban, or a heartbeat bill where you can murder a baby if they don't have a heartbeat, but if they have a heartbeat, you can't murder them. That's regulating murder. Those are unjust laws, because God's law says you can't murder anybody. And God's law says it's the death penalty for murder. But we don't have any of these pro-life legislators promoting the death penalty for abortion. So we need God's law in society to establish justice. And in the Bible, God says, seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. So seeking justice is one of the things we're required to do as the people of God.
So that's what you preach at every church?
I've preached at a lot of different churches. I've also preached outside strip clubs. I've preached outside places where they murder babies. I've preached at gay pride parades, things like that, all over the place where there's people. And what the churches also need to be doing is going out to like the places where the lost people gather, where we know they're at, like the strip clubs, like the abortion facilities, where we know that people are literally going in there to sin, and they clearly need to be saved from hell. They clearly need Jesus. Yeah. And these people's children clearly need to be saved from being torn into pieces. So we can do that. So I encourage you to go out to the streets to proclaim the gospel. Go out to Planned Parenthood.
But yeah, these churches right here, it don't condone what's it called, abortion.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of people who say, oh, we're not for abortion, or we don't believe in it, yeah, or we're against it. But they don't do, what they do is extremely minimal to nothing to actually stop it, to actually rescue people from death. And the book of Proverbs 24:11 says, rescue those who are being taken away to death, hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. And that's a command to every Christian. So it's not like there's just some Christians who are called by God to rescue people from death. Like, we're in a giant genocide right now where thousands of these kids are being murdered on a daily basis. So it's like an all hands on deck situation, and every single one of us have a command from God in the Bible in Proverbs 24:11 to rescue people who are being taken away to death. So we got to apply that verse to this situation. So we got to go to the places where they're being murdered. We got to go out in the streets and educate thousands of people and show them images like this to change the culture, because the cultural norm makes this possible. People just grow up in a culture in which it's just normal. It's like, oh, my sister had an abortion, my mom had an abortion. It's just like this thing, and people say, oh, it's bad, but hardly anybody's treating it like murder. So our job as Christians is to actually treat it like murder, and to make a big ruckus about it, make a big uproar, go out in the streets and protest it. Because in our culture, that's what people do when they want to change things. They go on march in the streets by the thousands. And that does change culture, because people see that in the newspaper, articles, stuff online, social media. They see that, it starts changing minds. When a lot of people get behind something, it starts influencing what other people think about that. But when we're all really silent about this thing, and we're not acting like it's murder, then all these people who already lost and don't know Jesus, they're just going to continue to think that it's okay because of our silence. Yeah. Yeah, I can give you my number. It's 630-423-1352.
I'll take you so we can talk more.
Sweet. What's your name again?
Merrick.
Merrick?
Merritt.
Merritt? Okay. Good to meet you. Thanks for talking.